Hello and welcome to this video playing a 5-minute game against jez57 and what are we going to play? We're going to play some sort of Indian defense if we can, and we've got a very high rating at the minute. Don't normally have this high rating, and yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to meet this, so we'll start with d6 I guess. Battles for e5. We can try knight h5 actually, and we can definitely try that. Knight h5 loses actually. Let's play g6, that might threaten knight h5 actually. Let's give this a whirl now. I think we can win this bishop here. So we're going to grab that bishop and continue to develop, and we could think about playing h6 to keep the knight out, but I think actually what we can do is just wait for that to happen. So let's go with knight c6, and we can play e5 in some variations, and we could also think about playing bishop e6 here. Looks like a strange move, but if we play e5, d takes c5, knight takes. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go with this here. If d5, I'm going to play knight a5. If takes, I'm most probably going to just take with a knight, and that will hit the bishop. You can play bishop b5 check there, but we can put the bishop in the way. If this is left alone, I think we push on with e4. The e4, knight g5, we'd have to play bishop f5. Okay, so we are going to play this knight here. And we have to take with the bishop, otherwise we would lose. Okay, and there's obviously a threat now to take on f7, so we can meet this either with bishop here, but that leaves the b7 undefended, or we can play queen f6, which is kind of nice, protecting and offering the trade of queens. I'm going to go with that. Pre-move the recapture. Okay, so he's happy to trade queens. With the two bishops and no pawn weaknesses, I would definitely say that we have the better structure here. You can even think about bishop. The other thing is we don't really want to trade the bishops in this setup. So I'm going to actually play bishop g7 with the idea of them playing for d5. So that's what I'm looking to play here, d5. d5, obviously if knight e4 or knight c4, we're definitely playing knight d5, excuse me. I'm going to play d5 pretty much anyway. And okay, so actually now I think yeah, just bishop d7 probably. Let's occupy the e file with some pressure. Okay, so that potentially means that this pawn is a little bit weak. So I'm going to try and hit that weak pawn, looking for either g4 or f4. If f4, okay, so now we're going to occupy these dark squares, hitting the knight, and maybe potentially looking for d5. If takes, okay. So another thing we can think about is actually h5, but I don't think that looks quite right. Let's just continue with this bishop d7. Now if the knight moves, we actually have an issue here, which I've already just realised, which this d6 pawn is hit twice. So this is a problem. This looks bad. Actually, we might have to play d5 here. So I missed that, and therefore I think, actually we defend this once. We could potentially, yeah, okay. We could potentially do this. We have got a check on e3, but I don't know if that's great. Push takes, we can enter on the yeah, this is tricky now, isn't it? It's tricky. I think we have to play actively here and look to play bishop c6 here, because otherwise can just see that we're going to get kind of blown out of the water a bit here. So we'll play this and then try and get some activity on the open files. We've still got a good bishop here. Okay. So we're going to occupy the second rank here. And if rook f2, I'm going to play rook here. And obviously pre-move the recapture. So we could think about pinning this, actually, it's interesting. Yeah. Running a little short on time. I don't really want to trade here. I want to use these open squares. What about if knight a5? Just don't really want to trade here. I think I'm going to. I mean, if he wants a draw, I think that's reasonable. He is a pawn up, so I'm gonna get him to try and make. Okay. Now he's going to try and play c4. Okay. Now b3, and then the bishop comes back, I guess. If b3, b5 takes, well, okay. We'll go with the check again. And again, if he wants a draw, it's fine by me. The only problem with this move try and put some pressure here. The knight can't move, this rook is pinned. We are running short on time, but I'm just hoping that the activity can be enough. We could try something like a5, b4, that's another way of playing also. There's a mate threat if the rook ever leaves the file, so that's the issue here. Okay. Now there is a check now, followed by, but the f5 might work in that eventuality. So let's try this. Rook takes, rook check, king up. Now if you take this pawn, I'm wondering whether f5 works again with that mate threat. Okay, he comes back. So we're going to push here. Now that's given me my bishop back. Now I can play for this check b5, which is definitely a problem here. And what about f5? Okay, now let's go for the check. Does he have to put, what is he going to put something in the way here? This is an issue here because if we take twice and you move, there's a mate on e1. I'm going to pre-move the recapture. Now you could take b5, that's fine. Okay, so let's take this. He's going to take that. Now the question is, how do you stop me queening here? You can't. Because this is check and you can't stop me queening on this square. So I'm going to win this one, and he's actually gone. It's a typical thing you see. Unfortunately, people get a losing position and instead of resigning, they just quit. So yeah, obviously I can't really recommend this behavior because it's pretty rude, really. If you make a mistake and you lose again, just resign. And never mind, jez57, you're shamed on YouTube. GG. Okay, I'm not going to do any analysis of this game because it's just a fun 5 minute, but hope you enjoyed that, and thanks very much for watching.